Hey, what's going on? This is Super Simple Fixes, and today we're going to be fixing up this edger that we picked up for free and changing out a few things on it, make sure we can get it working. But anyway, before we do that, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Okay, so right now we're looking at an edger that we found, and it could be a pretty good find because you've still got good compression in the engine, which you can hear this. Then you probably have a chance of saving it. So we ordered this little kit that came with hoses, spark plug, a filter, and a bulb. Cost about $7. So it would be worth it to give it a shot. Other than that, you know, if you don't have compression in this thing, then probably not worth the money and the effort. Anyway, here we go. Okay, first thing we got to do for this one is just start twisting this piece off. To get to the cover, this black cover right here. There you go. Came right off. There's a little filter. Here's my new filter, so that's an easy fix right there. So we're going to pull that off. Okay. See the little screws holding that on. Maybe this piece down here too. All right. Okay, so right now we've got a Torx bit, and we're going to go ahead and just loosen these two screws up. That's going to allow me to take this black cover off completely. And there we go. See how these come right out. There you go. Alright, so in order for us to change these fuel lines, we have to, well, we don't really have to, but it makes it easier that we're going to take the tank off. So that one screw here, and we've got two on this side. So, okay, so we've got the gas tank off, and this breather just popped right out. It just came out like this. So you can pull that out. We're going to pull these hoses off, change out the hoses, and pop this back in there. I'm going to have to put the camera down to pull these hoses off, so be right back. Okay, now that we've got the gas tank off, we'll pop these hoses off and just shove this new piece in there, pop it right in. Let's see if we can...
Oh, nice. Those hoses came off easy for you.
Yeah. Work this off of here with a flat blade. Try to keep that flat blade away from my hand. So you see how it's coming off like that. So I'm going to keep doing that. You don't have to watch this part, but once I do that, I'll take it out and I'll show you. So I got this. The old piece of the hose came out. Putting a new one in. And just gotta work these rubber hoses back in there. Set this up, press this all in, and this part is done. Okay, so right now we're gonna pop off the carburetor so that we can get to the fuel bulb here. And in order to do that, we're gonna go ahead and turn this little knob. We gotta get this cable piece out of here. So I'm going to loosen this up, use a flathead screwdriver, turn it, and see how that cable pops out like that? We're going to take that out, and then we're going to go ahead and disconnect these things here to get this piece off. Okay, so we're looking at the throttle bracket, this piece here, and Where's my screwdriver? Here it is. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws holding this on. So I'm just going to go ahead and start unscrewing this. And I'll show you the finished product in just a second. Okay, so we got the screws off of it. And we're going to spray it down with some of this stuff here. And I'll pull the fuse bulb off. Just 4 little screws, and then we can pop in a new bulb. And that should do it for this part. And once I get this off, I'll put the new bulb in. I'll show you guys, and we'll spray this thing down, clean it up, and then reverse the process. All right, so this is what it looks like with the screws off. Let's see here. That's the bulb, and I'll probably take this piece off and just spray everything down. So I took this cover off, and this is the diaphragm, and then you can peel this off and it creates the suction. This is what it looks like on the other side. But that's it for the disassembly, and we're going to spray this down. Okay, so we've got this spray, and kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to put the diaphragm back on. Make sure this piece is facing down. The little hook piece here hooks right in there. Got the screws. Starting it off by hand. Nice and slow, you don't want to cross thread it. And then I'll just tighten this up and be right back. Okay, so we've got this screwed on, put the bulb on, pop the retainer on, and start the screws. And basically we're just going to put all 4 on just like this. We'll start them up and then tighten it up using a screwdriver. I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so got the bulb retainer on. We're going to put the throttle plate back on. Pop this piece on like that. We got 1, 2, 3 screws here, and then 1 screw in the back, and that's it. That tightens this up, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so we've got this all set up, and then we'll take this cable here, and hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna see this little piece right here. It's gonna go in like that, pull it through, pull this back, set it back in, and that should do it for this piece. And then we're going to attach this piece on here like that. So it's going to sit on like that with the with this going in, with this piece going in like that. This 2 long screws goes into these 2 ports right here. So let me do that. Okay, so I kind of took the gas tank, put it right here. You're gonna see these two nozzles. One is bigger than the other, and the larger hose obviously goes with the larger nozzle, and then the return, and then this is the vent, which is gonna sit right here. And I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this, so I'm gonna join this all up. And obviously we have a couple of screws that we gotta, there are actually 3 screws that holds this tank on. So that part right there, and then there's 2 on the other side. I'll put this together and show you. Okay, so we've got this cover back on. I screwed this on, tank's back on, the hoses are back on. The only thing I forgot to do is the spark plug, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. All we got to do is unscrew it and then put in a new one. Okay, so I've got this wrench. I've unplugged the spark plug, got this wrench in there, and just pulling it out, and then I'll screw in the new spark plug, and then all you got to do is just put the cap back on. We'll put the fuel mixture in. We'll give it a shot. Right, there you go. There's your spark plug. Alright, so I kind of hand tightened the spark plug right here, the new one. And just used a wrench to tighten it up. Not too much. Put the cap back on. And then that should do it. We just need the fuel mixture. We'll give it a try. Okay, so we got the gas mixture in there, and
Bowl primed up.
Yep.
You see the gas in there. You got it on cold start. This is the one you rebuilt.
Sounds like it's probably there.
Gas is still getting in the system, so it'll take a while.
Okay.
We'll try opening this up.
Alright, so now we know it works. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to leave it down below. Special thanks to Jan Aguero for teaching me how to fix this thing and take it apart. And you know, you could get one of these things that's sitting around in a garbage pile or something and see if you can fix one, and you got yourself an edger. Alright, thanks guys.